Now let's see some examples of calculating capacity units, and you should really pay attention here because this is very easy, and if you do get a question on the exam, then you have easy points here. So calculating capacity units, let's see our first example. We have to calculate capacity units to read and write a 15 KB item. So for RCUs with strong consistency, 15 KB item will be divided into 4 KB chunks, so you get 3.75, which rounded up comes up to 4 RCUs. So with strong consistency, reading a 15 KB item will consume about 4 RCUs. With eventual consistency, however, you're going to consume half of this, that is 2 RCUs, and if you use transactional consistency, then you are going to consume twice as much the strong consistency. So 2 times 4 RCUs is 8 RCUs is what you're going to consume to read a 15 KB item with transactional consistency. And for WCUs, we have blocks of 1 KB, so 15 KB item will require 15 WCUs to write. And if you use transactional consistency, then you're going to require twice as much, so it will be 30 WCUs. So it's very easy, so just keep the calculations in mind. So if you do get a question, that would be easy points for you. Let's take another example. Calculate capacity units to read and write a 1.5 KB item. So with strong consistency, you will require 1.5 by 4, that's 0.375 units. So rounded up, you will require 1 RCU to read 1.5 KB item. Similarly, if you use eventual consistency, then half of 1 RCU is 0.5. When rounded up, it also comes up to 1 RCU. So for smaller items, strong consistency and eventual consistency would be more or less similar. And if you do use transactional read, then you're going to use twice as much the strong consistency. So 2 times 1 RCU, that's you're going to need 2 RCUs. And for WCUs, you have 1 KB chunks, so you're going to need about 2 WCUs. With 1.5 rounded up comes up to 2 WCUs. And with transactional write, you're going to need twice as much, so you'll need 2 times 2 is 4 WCUs. Now let's take one more example, the last one, and here we're going to calculate throughput instead of capacity units. So you'll be given the capacity units and you got to calculate the amount of throughput your application can deliver. So DynamoDB table has provision capacity of 10 RCUs and 10 WCUs. Calculate the throughput that your application can support. So read throughput with strong consistency will be 4 KB into 10, that is 10 RCUs. So that will be 40 kilobytes per second. 4 KB is because we use 4 KB chunks with read capacity units. All right. And if you use eventual consistency, that's going to double your throughput. Okay, so it will be 2 times 40 KB, so it will be 80 KB per second. And if you use transactional reads, that will be half of your strong consistency, so the throughput will reduce by half, so your application can deliver 20 KB per second, right? And the write throughput again will be in chunks of 1 KB, so it will be 1 KB into 10 WCUs, that will be 10 KB per second. If you use transactional writes, that will be half of this, so it will be 5 KB per second. So the throughput calculation works inverse to the calculations of capacity units.